It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detective Show, and hopefully...
Can you hear me? Yes, you can. I know you can.
Mate, you sound like that.
Do I?
Yeah.
Right,
so, my friend Adrian is going to faff about some more. It's the curse of our technical issues, as ever. Look, he's hitting the computer now. Adrian, this place... No. That's worse. Don't you love it? Big hammer. Big hammer. Can you hear me at all? Very, very, very cloudy now. There he is.
Yes.
Finally, after 10 hours, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear
there
you.
He is.
How weird is this? It's all confused. But yeah, no, fine. We're all The producer just apologised because it wasn't my fault at all with any of this. It was the studio.
Adrian,
Hmm?
I'm the producer. I'm the producer.
Production team, I meant. Sorry. Are you all right, Dave?
Adrian, I'm also the production team.
Yeah, I know.
Moving on.
Who's
Hi,
making
how are
it?
you?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, very
I did
good.
have lots to tell you off air, but I'm going to have to. I'll speak to
I
you
did as
tomorrow
well.
instead.
I did as well. But,
I'll see you at 9:30 when we have the proper meeting.
yes, certainly. But yeah, it's been a busy week, isn't it?
It's massively busy. Before that, we've got a great guest coming up tonight in a few minutes. But before that, Adrian, good old Fraser. Oh, I got it right for the first time ever.
Fraser, not Fraser.
I'm sorry, I'm in Channel 4 early morning mode.
Okay.
TV program, Fraser.
Yes. Okay.
You had a busy weekend last weekend, swinging along, didn't you?
Yes, went the weekend just gone.
That's what I said last weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is this Friday, isn't it? Thursday. God, I don't know what year it is. 2021. Yeah, went to the Rodney Cook Weekender. Not many turned up. It's probably about 15, 20 people. No, it's about 130 odd. That was good. Bit of a drive. Yeah, went met Fodder and Ricardo and Nick Berry and everyone
From Heartbeat.
else. No, unfortunately, he does look a bit like him. His hands look a bit like him when you hold his hand. But yeah, and we went for Indian before.
You went for a what? Sorry,
an Indian takeaway.
An Indian, right? Okay. Sorry, I misheard you. To be honest.
Oh God. Very interesting restaurant owner who took a liking to me, who wouldn't stop. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Oh, don't leave that there. Look, it's just bizarre. But he was a very nice man, very nice restaurant. Can't remember what it was, but he kept giving me a back massage whilst eating and everything. And
he was giving you a massage while he was eating.
Well, while I was eating, and it wasn't until I got back to the hotel I had all curry over my shoulders. He had all curry on his hands. And I thought, like you've been in India and the clothes smell. And I got home and I what on earth? Well, I didn't get home. I stayed in the hotel. But yeah, it was good. We had a curry, and then up early in the morning. It was very cold. Land was fantastic as always with Rodney Cook. Well organised and lots of lovely people there. Some amazing finds. Saw the Arrowhead, which people have no doubt seen. Guy got that. I've forgotten his name. Bless him. 80-year-old detectorist. We've got that about 10 foot away. That was amazing. And there was silver denari coming up, hammers, usual sort of, well, not usual sort of
I'm
stuff.
especially liking this little dyed beard bit here, the blonde beard that's going on here.
I'm trying to get it like a badger beard.
See what you're doing.
But no, it was really good. And
then you come home,
Ted,
and the tickets went on sale for the Rodney Cook Memorial, and that was a busy old day, let's say. Yeah, so an email was sent to over 1,000 people a week before who had attended the rally before, just giving them pre-warning. And then an email went out to those who'd attended before in the morning. Some didn't get it, but look, this is email nowadays. If you've got Hotmail email and it's free and stuff, some go in spam, but it went mental. I think, it sold out within 24 hours, which is crazy. And I think at one point we were doing 6 tickets a minute online. But it's all to a good cause, and apologies to those who didn't get the weekender. But there's another mini weekender for Rodney Cook. Dude.
Sorry?
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
No, I heard it was good. It's cool.
Oh, sorry. You froze. Probably me interwebs. But yeah. Oh, Gary's just saying there, under 11 hours it sold out. But yeah, there's another. I've forgotten what the details are. Gary might put it in the chat. But yeah, there's another mini weekender for Rodney Cook this year. So it won't have all the frills and fortune tellers and people alike. but it will be a mini weekend, a similar sort of land, and that will be brilliant as well.
And you also got to meet them Soil Sisters before me, and they didn't drink a drop, did they?
The Soiled Sisters, yeah, saw Nikki and Sam. Nikki was fine. I don't think she was drinking. Sam,
she's allergic to alcohol, though, isn't she?
Just an allergy. Bit,
yeah.
So, and there were a few. There was a man in her room. I won't say any names, on the floor, unconscious as well. I think he was ever so tired. I think because he travelled. But yeah, it was lovely. A lot of us stayed in a travel lodge.
Without even knowing, I'm going to say Phil Fodder, but we'll leave it there.
No, it wasn't Fodder.
No. Wow.
No, it wasn't
Phil.
He was fine. He was in the Indian restaurant, but yeah, it was good, and it was lovely catching up with people, and it makes you realise, we come from all parts of the country. We all got the same thing in common, and everyone just gets on with everyone, chatting, and it was so nice. And Gary did such a great thing on Sunday and raised $5,000 in just one day.
Excellent
for the Rodney Cook. So, up on the website on Rodney Cook under news on the rodneycookmemorial.co.uk, there's a little video of all the finds, and Sid Perry's got one as well, but it's not on the website yet. So in effect, Sam was foddered. That's the colloquial term for alcoholic. Yeah, I don't know if she's inebriation, but she was just very tired. But yeah, and just for those who don't know, sorry, just to tell you, it's a quick funny story. Nick Berry, Fodder, and Ricardo, 3 of them in a travel lodge room. They got there, and they had no water at the whole travel lodge hotel, and someone had left a gift in their toilet. Like an extra bottle of water just in case? No, something sort of big brown slug. A jobby. And they couldn't flush it. And then they had to use the toilet because obviously they'd been travelling. So what was that and trunking all night after a curry, 3 of them in the room? That must have been very funny. But yeah, sorry. I thought it was. I feel for you, Ricardo. I feel for you. Now, don't forget, it's only 4 weeks to Spring Detectable. That is sold out. Detectable, main Detectable tickets, which is the following week after the Rodney Cook Memorial in the second week of September. They are on sale now, and also announced yesterday are Detecticon tickets, which is in Northumberland on the 28th till the 30th of July. And we will be at all of these events, plus more, won't we, Adrian? Yes. Yeah. I'll be at the Ministry of Detect. I keep saying the Ministry of Sound in my head, and it's not. Weekender in Cumbria. You're planning on Joan Allen. Yeah. And there was another 1 or 2 that you mentioned to me as well, didn't you? Yeah, I don't know. I'll just rock and roll. I take it as it comes at the weekend. So I thought I was on a good weekend, but I'm not, which is good in a way. I'm on 1 week after next. But yeah, I'm going out this weekend. And but it was interesting because there was a lot of Daises, a lot of Dais 2s, a few Manticores, Equinox 900s, and everyone seems quite happy with those new machines. And we've got a load more machines coming out this year. And another one that is unexpected, Dave, which I'll tell you at the end of the show. Oh, I know. Oh. Sorry, it's all about me, isn't it? Sorry. And I also got an email today from my flow. Oh, did you, big odds? About your little round thing? Ring. I'm going to pick it up next Thursday. Can you believe it? 3.5 years. So I'm getting that back. Can't wait. And don't forget, Adrian, but tonight is also, if I'm right in saying so, I'm dragging this out a little bit while I go. It's the final of Book Wars. Book Wars. Have you remembered to actually put the book next to you? What one have I got to get? The Advanced Detecting. I have that, sir. Yes, I was reading it. Reading it. Have we got? Is anyone in Gareth's loft tonight? Yes, we've got someone in Gareth's loft. So you haven't actually. We haven't. I'll make tonight's one up, and you can guess who it is. It's more fun. Yeah.
to find out who's in Gareth. So without further ado, we will bring on tonight's guest, who is waiting patiently while we yabber on crap. Mr. Fraser, not Fraser, Bailey. Good evening, Fraser, not Fraser.
Evening, mate. You all right?
Not bad. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Well, you've no need to be nervous because the only people in the chat room are actually Tony Kaywood and Philip Wills and Gary Cook. So there's only 3 people watching, so you're all right.
That's all right then.
Yeah. Fraser, you got refreshments?
Oh, there you go. Cheers.
Helps you detect. It helps you detect the death. Diet Coke. There's a bit of crackling going on. Are you popping bubble wrap again?
Nope, not doing nothing.
Can you hear that crackling, Dave?
Yes, I can hear it. I think it's his knees knocking.
Oh, yes, sorry. It probably is. Yeah, it probably is.
I thought one of you two had wind and I didn't want to say nothing.
Me have trumps? Oh, dear, how dare you. Fraser, for those who don't know you, which probably not many, but do you want to just quickly sort of introduce yourself and how long you've been detecting and stuff?
Yeah, no worries. Since I was, crap, how little was I? But very young. My dad bought me my first detector. It's a Viking 5. I don't even know if they still make them, but
they do. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Started off with one of them, then Silver Saber, Gold Saber, Blazer B1, B2, Lobo, and all sorts. Then went on to a DS, now DS2. Tried
Brilliant.
the Equinox, but weren't for me.
No, it's a cracking machine and best-selling machine, but I've got one, and I do like it, and it is really good. But it's just
Adrian, you've got everyone.
No, I haven't. I haven't got the C-Scope Evo 6000 anymore.
Okay. But you did have it.
I did have 3 or 4.
What do you do outside metal detecting for a living, Fraser?
Fencing.
What, like with a sword?
No, I wish. No, all around like paddocks and stuff for horses around Newmarket, that area. Works out well to get.
It's absolutely no way that you get any land from it, then, is there? Nobody will ever come and say, "Want a metal detect on here, mate?"
Yeah, it's terrible being in the middle of a field all day. So some let me, some don't. But
you do you ever detect when you're working?
Sometimes, as long as I don't mind it. I've picked up arrowheads and stuff like that when I've been working. The little like flint arrowheads. Found a couple of them. Axe heads, but nothing compared to, like, obviously the find I had in January. But
why? Did you have a find in January?
No.
So it's in this month's treasure hunting magazine.
As if by magic.
Yeah, those who probably.
Let me put you on big screen, Adrian. Oh, is that lovely Georgian find that he had?
A bit older than that.
Fraser already writes for the magazine, don't you, Fraser? Because we'll get onto it, but you do find a lot. I can't find it. Why can I never find pages?
Like you never find it when you're on big screen and everybody's looking at you.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. So the find of a lifetime, we've called it, and Fraser's written a nice article in there in this month's treasure hunting magazine. That's Jersey, but yeah, it's I love that clod shot, really, really nice. But if you want to fully find out everything about it, get this month's treasure hunting magazine. You can get it in the shops, some shops, but subscribe because it's a lot easier and a lot cheaper, and you get it before everyone else. But you found that because I went detecting with you. Did we go before Christmas, Fraser? Or
yeah, that was November time, wasn't it?
Yeah, you kind of invited me and my detecting partner Jules and Lisa up, And
Yeah.
I've got to say that your land, I know we had a slight altercation with the landowner and ended up in the pub, but that land and your soil is unbelievable. Honestly, I remember we going out and we've all got, like, you pulled up in a 4x4 by the side of the field. We all got out, we've all got our sort of 2-ton digging tools and everything, and you got out with a little trowel like that. And I thought you were going to be making sandcastles or something. And in the soil, you could dig with your hands, couldn't you, if you needed to? It's beautiful.
Most of the time I do.
Yeah.
Normally grab a handful, and occasionally you need to get it out if there's a cartridge cap a bit deeper. But yeah, it's so light you don't really need a spade.
No. It was lovely up there, but we won't go into details, but we went on the right land, but it was at the wrong time and stuff, and we ended up in your
one of the things. But we had a good afternoon in the pub.
Oh yeah,
Adrian doesn't normally like going to the pub.
No, I don't.
Twisted his arm.
Yeah, I went in. I had I've never had it before. Bitter shandy. It was really nice. I had a quarter of a pint of bitter shandy. It was lovely. But yeah, you've got it's a rural village you live in, isn't it? And you've got this community centre, and it does like roasts and like drinks and breakfasts, and it had a brilliant array of beers, and I really enjoyed it in there. But anyway, we can talk about that all night. But you found this little thing here last year, didn't you? Do you want to briefly explain what happened and what you were doing?
Before we do that, Fraser, would be any chance if you left the studio? I'll kick you from the studio and come back on at the link that Adrian sent you. See if we can solve this sound issue.
Yeah.
So just click back on as you did a minute ago.
I saw. He had something in his lap.
What are you asking me for?
Well, I don't know. But anyway,
while he's not there, I'll tell you what we've done. We've got a video sent in this week. It's from Shane Oldcroft, and this is Shane's partner, Kim. And Kim has only ever been metal detecting this week for the second. Shane decided to say to Kim, let's go on a date day, and took her detecting. Shane.
What a lucky lady.
Words.
Lucky
and
lady.
This is the second time out ever metal detecting, Adrian. Second time ever.
What's she find?
She knows what she's got. Your gloves are too big.
I know.
Do you even know what that is?
A coin.
What coin?
Hammer.
A hammer coin. Where is it? Tell you what, it's good nick that is. London Mint, is it? Can be Edward then. I can't tell. I think it's Edward. What a lucky so-and-so. I've walked over these about 100 times. I was here with Dave and Mason the other week because Mason couldn't get over that. And she finds her hammered. It wasn't even very deep. Oh, hammered!
Second time out detecting, she gets hammered over somewhere that I was the other week.
It just goes to show, doesn't it?
Go over it to find it.
Yeah, you do. That's better, Fraser. I don't know what if they've gone. I mean, the sound's gone. That crackling.
Sounds all right to me.
I moved my knees away from the table leg.
He was knocking his knees together. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. Have you got shorts on?
No.
Oh.
Have you got pants?
Not quite warm enough for that yet.
Have you got pants on?
No. Commando.
Yeah, it's
we like it. That's what Gary cooked. Good enough cookie, good enough for me.
So Fraser, tell us a bit more about the day, and because you found loads of other stuff, but this is special. So briefly, what you got up in the morning, had a poo, and washed your hair, and actually, what shampoo do you use, Fraser?
Yeah,
Oh,
went
sorry.
to
The toilet.
I've been before. Landowner took over another field, and it was like probably won't find nothing because there'd been pigs on there, and it was a complete mess when he got it. So he had it all leveled off. Took a couple of inches of topsoil off and ready to seed it all, ready for his horses to go on there. And he's like, might as well have a go on there. Which waste of time to begin with. It was literally wherever I was swinging, I was getting shredded bits of can and junk, and tried going away from like bottom corner just to get away from all the terrible signals, and then got a signal, and I was in the mid to high 90s on it, and not that I go over numbers, it's just because of how much aluminium I was trying to pick me signals, and I almost left it. I thought, no, I'll just dig it just to see what it is before I give up and call it a day. And then that come up. I was stuck a spade or trowel in the ground where you'd know what the ground was like. Probably about 6 inches, if that. Signal stayed in the hole, just grabbed all the loose soil out, and then, well, the picture you're seeing, that was what over my hand, and that was there. So like, crap, where's my phone? Because no one's going to believe this. Yeah,
That's lovely. Really. Did you have to clean it up much, or
no? Just give it a literally quick brush and put it in my little fines tub, and by the time
carried on detecting?
yeah, well, I didn't know if I wanted to do a little wee in excitement or what I wanted to do.
Texting me.
I did a little wee in excitement for you.
Took some pictures, and then first thing I did was try and call my dad. But he was on holiday in Turkey, or he was on holiday somewhere, and I was trying to ring him. Look, I found this, and couldn't get hold of him, so I texted my mum, and I was like, just tell Dad to answer his bloody phone, and couldn't get hold of no one, so I saw it on Facebook.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing because, like you say, that land you went on, you didn't think you'd find much, and then bash, that comes up, and that was with your days too.
Yeah. I had one now since the beginning of last year when they come out. Wouldn't change it for the world. I know people moan about them, saying the updates and everything aren't good, but I'm still on 5 point whatever it was, and no problems with that whatsoever. Literally just a general program, no discrimination, full tones, and a couple of other little tweaks to it depending on where I'm detecting, and get on with it brilliantly. But
yeah, because I know we spoke about that when I came up. I sort of said I was expecting sort of Fraser's funky program or something, and you went, no, just general, no discrimination, and you know, and it's nice in a way because I always say these metal detecting manufacturers, when you're paying like over £1,000 for a machine, you'd like to think they've got the programs right, wouldn't you, or as good as?
But they spend all that money developing it. They must know what they're talking about to begin with the program. So just go with what they got. I know you can change them and adjust them, but I've never had no problems with them, and yeah.
So
I would personally like to hear more about Fraser's funky program if it's the information's available.
It's on
not
YouTube.
A lot really to change. Literally just the general program. Full tones, drop the discrimination to completely wipe it all out. Reactivity to about 2, I think I'm running it at the moment, but that changes to what field I'm on. Sensitivity, I have that as high as I can without it being a nuisance. And I've stopped ground bouncing. It sounds daft, but wherever I go, it's always roughly the same. So I've just stopped doing that now.
Yeah, funny enough, I found that as well. I used to do it with the Deus 1 more, but the Deus 2 seems pretty accurate, to be fair.
Yeah, well, I think I've been on one field and I might have had to drop it for about 3 compared to what it comes as standard. So I've just stopped doing that now. I'm lucky it's not iron infested land. There's lots of coat, but with a DS2, you just carry on anyway. It might get a bit spitty, but just adjust the sensitivity and carry on.
How and you've been detecting like since you could walk, by the sound of it, based on the detectors you've had. But it's not only this find you've found, but how many hammers did you find last year?
Hang on, I've got a book here somewhere.
He's written a book about it already.
It's a good job it's not in the bar.
No, I keep a record of them all and what fields I find them on. And no, that was 2020. What's this? 2021. Just under 200 last year.
Wow.
I remember when he told me that, and I swore politely under my breath.
I found one last year,
The year before,
but it was my one.
What was the year before that?
People asking when Detecticon is, just putting in while he's checking his figures. 28th to the 30th of July in Northumberland, near to Adrian's Wall. Not Adrian.
Not mine.
Adrian. Not Adrian.
How many the year before, Fraser?
123.
And over 200 last year, hammered coins.
Probably
under
actually
200.
got more hammered coins than I've got coins.
And the year before that was 125.
Flipping heck.
Can I just point out that I will be on a road trip this summer on my 3-week shutdown, and I will be sort of like considering coming down to certain areas where hammered coins are more easily available.
Well,
Mind you, saying that, look at bloody Kim going on over there.
Girlfriend? Is it wife or
Yeah,
girlfriend?
It will
I'm only
be
on
his
9.
wife at the end of next year.
Ah, good man. Talking of this, Fraser, how often do you go out detecting, and what does your wife think? Well, she knows you're obviously mad, but she's not interested in it, is she?
No, she just crazy with the fact that's what I talk about, or that's what I do in my free time, or she'll come home, see my truck's not there, no, I'm not at work, and just think, right, what field's he on? And that's it, really. Find something, you're like, yeah, I don't really care. The kids pay a little bit more attention to it. They got the mini and midi hordes and whatnot. But yeah, my wife, no, not interested in the slightest. Unless I find something nice, and how much can I sell it for, and can she go out shopping?
Alex says he remembers when Fraser told the French guys from XP how many hammered he had at RCM last year. You should have seen the faces. Paul B would like to know, how many hours a week do you generally do detecting, Fraser?
Probably 3 days a week if I get a free week. 6 to 8 hours a day. All depends. I haven't been out this week. I'll be out tomorrow once I drop the kids off at school for maybe 3 or 4 hours.
At school or at the pool?
At school.
All right, okay.
Drop them off at school, then I'll head to a field for 3 or 4 hours. Then before I pick them up, then Saturday I'll go out for a few hours before I take them to gymnastics, and then Sunday.
You do gymnastics as well?
No, I don't. My kids do. The furthest I bend down was to get a beer out the bottom of the fridge.
Or to pick up your find. Your habits, obviously.
But,
I think
and then Sunday I'm going to East of England Rallies Weekender. Heading up there Sunday, so see what's been found there, and hopefully get a story for Treasure Hunting magazine.
Well, while you're there, can you do the Grundies on fodder for me? Get his underpants either side inside his pants and lift them up dead quick.
He doesn't wear
that,
pants. He wears the thong.
Do that to his thong. Give him a bit of a cut.
Yeah, it snapped last time I did it. But yeah.
And the Soil Sisters will be there as well.
Oh, in their lovely, they're Freelander.
Their Freelander's divine. Adrian took a picture and sent me that.
Nikki showed me round it, and I was well jealous. The beautiful powder coating finish she's got, and she's got a water tank on the roof, electric charging point. It's like, well, I've got my 4x4 now. I want to.
Your hairdresser's one.
Oh, I can't hear Fraser.
Hashtag van life.
It's actually worth more. It's going up in value, but hairdresser's one, but it can off road. It can off road.
Simon Vatcher said in relation to your the timeout metal detecting, that's why our fences aren't done yet.
Yeah, I might be there for September.
But your truck, Fraser, your pickup truck, when I got in it, I spent more time. You've probably got in the front, over the dash, you've got all your finds. You've got like crotal bells, bit of a fibula, and your blinking truck's like a museum, a mobile museum, and stuff that most people would get really excited over. You've just got on your dash, haven't you? Just floating around. There's stuff everywhere.
I got a similar tub on top of the microwave in the kitchen. What the missus keeps whinging about me to move, but
yeah. I've got piles Well, I haven't got piles, but I've got piles of finds everywhere.
You can get cream for that.
Yeah, I probably would. Dave puts it on. But yeah, I think going back to you finding all those hammered coins and stuff, it's like some people think, "Oh, I've never found one there." But when you're putting in 3 days a week, and it's what?
Me.
What? You don't do 3 days. No, but you've never found a hammered.
Oh, I thought you said crotal bell.
Oh no, but no crotal bells. Blinking. You find a lot, Fraser.
Not really. I
Really?
found 5 whole ones.
Sorry, I've just read that. Adrian, I have a great picture of you and Sam sat in the front of my van. I don't remember that. Oh yes, I do. That's so. Nikki.
For another time, that conversation.
Yeah, I was just thinking, van, woman, oh dear. But yeah, I find loads of crotal bells, and my mate James, he's got dozens, and it's funny, parts of the country you get them, and they are lovely. I do like finding them, but you find a lot because you detect a lot, and I'm the same. Like some people say to me, "Oh, I've never found one of those." Like the other week, found a gold stater, really nice, lovely, but when 2 gold staters, no, I didn't find 2.
Yeah, I've had 2 too.
He's you, Dave. But Dave wants to come down. Dave wants to come down and get a stater. But you put the hours,
rumble.
You'll put the hours in, and you'll find stuff, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? You just got to keep going out there and detecting.
I spent years before I'd even found anything gold, apart from like obviously the gilt buttons, and then I got my first gold stater, and then a week and a half later, I got a quarter stater, and then nothing gold for months and months and months, and then I got another stater, and then I got that gold bodkin, and then a gold hammered. It's just weird how it goes, but
I think 5 years ago, I think the last time I found gold, first time I found gold, and I think in your head, if you think, right, every year I'm going to find gold, you will find it, and I have every year since then.
I've been thinking that for years.
Yeah, you just got to go out there with a positive attitude, and 9 times out of 10,
so positive.
It's like 2 inches under the ground, and you can find it with any detector, But
2 inches.
2 inches? Oh yeah, 2 inches. But yeah, I think you've got to be positive, and you will find stuff. Do you ever get days, Fraser, where you're out there thinking, "Why am I doing this?" Or I'm not getting it. Do you ever get that?
Yeah, all the time. But I don't go out expecting to find anything. That I'm not disappointed when I don't. I went out a few months ago now, and I think I had just under 100 cartridge caps in a couple of hours, and yeah, haven't been back to that field since. But I never go out expecting to find a hammered or anything. That one, not disappointed, and then when I do find something, it makes it all more special.
Yeah, yeah. Do you always go out on your own?
No, my dad comes out with me occasionally, or I go out with him. That's more fun then. When you do find something, you got someone to shout at and see you how excited you are, and you got someone to share the find with. But 9 times out of 10, I'm on my own because it's just easier. I'll get up first thing in the morning. As soon as it's light, I'll head off to the field. The farmers are where I go are kind enough, don't really batter an eyelid. They just think, oh, that's that nutty bloke out in the field again, and leave me to it.
Yeah.
Last summer, when it was that heat wave, I was leaving the house at like 4 o'clock in the morning just to get a couple of hours in before it got too hot. And I broke a few spades, but it was just somewhere to go, and otherwise it was going to get too hot.
Because it is lovely out near you. I mean, people go there for holidays, so sort of Norfolk Suffolk border. But is there is there a lot of competition for the land near you with the farmers? Does the farmer regularly get approached?
Yeah, I share one permission now with someone, but never actually seen him on there. But I know I share it because I've seen his pictures on Facebook, and good for him. It's part of the hobby. There's not enough land for us all to have our own separate permissions. It's just part of what it is. It is what it is. You get on, and if I see him out, not that I haven't done yet, but if I was to see him out there, I wouldn't suddenly rush home, get my detector, and try and do it before him. I just leave it to him. Following day, go out there, or there's plenty of fields. It's just one of them things, really.
Yeah, I think it's hard, but I shared a permission with a guy who's dead now, bless him. I don't know who he was, but he used to be like, it's like shake the head, all right. But it's weird, isn't it? I used to get a little bit jealous if I was driving home and sort of see him in the field. You get home and think, what am I doing tonight?
Can I get out there for a couple of hours?
Yeah. And in the summer, I found that really frustrating. That was worse than COVID, I think, because it was so hot and the ground was like you say. I won't say the name, but I had a stainless steel spade, not the one I've just written about in Treasure Hunting, the Noble MDT.
No, they're brilliant, them ones.
What, the Noble?
Yeah.
I
got one off of him at Rodney Cook.
Carl. I'll give him a little plug, actually, bless him. He's only a little. It's in this month's Treasure Hunting magazine again. He says plugging it, but Carl is. Here we go. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to look in the contents because I don't know.
Find the page again.
Yeah, 58, not 69. Lovely guy. Carl makes these Noble spades, and they honestly, I've never had one like it. They are so solid, stainless steel, but highly recommend them. I think there's a QR code there. No, there isn't. But Noble MDT spades, absolutely cracking. I've got one of those, and there's something special about the way it's made, which I can't tell people, but no one else makes a spade like it. And that's why I think it's as strong. But yeah.
Did you ask him if he wants to come on the show, Adrian?
No, I
didn't.
We've been on a run on spades at the moment. Sorry, digging tools at the moment. We've had. I've written about the Mine Lab ones, the McGrafter, and there was another one as well. But the Noble is. You've got one of you, Fraser.
Yeah, I got one at Rodney Cook.
That's where he was at Rodney Cook, and I think he'll be there again. But it's a funny one because he's not a big manufacturer. It's British, but it's like not many people know about it. But it's a really good spade.
Yeah, I did warn him when I got mine though. I was cutting it right down to trowel size. He said, "No, don't do that." So I don't need a spade where I go. And he's like, "Oh, for God's sake!" But
I think he might be doing some new types of spades soon. So
but my one, I did cut the handle down, so the handle was only now about 8 inches and fits in my pocket and brilliant. But I'll give that some stick in some places. Like summertime, the land was like concrete and it didn't bend, but most spades would have done. So,
I snapped a stainless steel one in summer. And the
Yeah,
pin-
I snapped one with a red handle. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that just folded over like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Nikki, Soil Sister, read your Facebook messages. Carry on.
Me?
No, Nikki
Oh,
Foster, read your Facebook messages.
Tony Kaywood, scrotal bells, moist ground. Does your keyboard have innuendo setting, Nikki? Oh, it's Tony. We're going to have to block him
He
again.
always
He's
has
getting,
to,
he's
with
getting
the tone, doesn't he?
inappropriate. I'll tell you what, I'm so pleased in that chat you can't post pictures, because if you could,
Be loads of buttons.
he sent me a picture the other day. He's made some button pants out of all the buttons he's found. But yeah.
Okay.
That is after 6 cans of Stella, because he has a good old drink up before his films. He does.
And during detecting, he drinks about 8 while he's out detecting.
Yeah, he had a bottle of Tia Maria for breakfast at Rodney Detectable. Are you talking of Detectable?
Rodney Cook? No, Detector Con. He had 2 bottles of Pernod.
I know. It was awful.
Is Pernod still a thing?
Yeah,
It is on this show. Honestly, so many
Steve
things
Newman.
make a comeback on this show. We should be sponsored by them, really.
Oh my God! It's
Pernod
10 to 9.
Blackcurrant.
Sorry, it's 10 to 9. This is going so quick. Fraser, you're a pro. You're going to be a co-host one day. Are you going to Rodney Cook or Detectable or Detectorcon, or what ones did you say you're going to?
Whatever ones. Hadn't planned much. I'm definitely going to the Just Detect one, the 4-day one, because that's from mine about an hour and a half. So only problem is when you got like a 4-hour drive there, 4-hour drive back, that takes a lot of the fun away. I know you got to go to these places and stuff, but yeah, so definitely doing Just Detect for the 4-day one. Probably get on the Rodney Cook Detectable as well. I'd like to go on Detecton, but to leave mine, that's like an 8-hour drive, and then you then got an 8-hour drive back, and just way too far.
Unless you got the train.
Or van life.
You can drink on the train, Fraser. You can drink on the train.
Van life.
I'll share it with you. Me and you can get on. Crates together each.
Final that's fly.
Actually, from Stansted to Newcastle, it's only like
40 minutes.
Yeah, I think. Actually, that'd be good. Oh no, not your detector and spade on the plane. No. I'd worry.
Your detector go in your carry-on.
It could have, couldn't it? It could actually.
Yeah, because I'm going to Spain in May, and I've already said to the missus, my carry-on luggage is my detector.
That'd make a good T-shirt. Actually.
Adrian, just stop talking for 1 minute, Adrian. Stop talking a minute, Fraser. Just a sec.
That didn't fit on the screen. All I saw was.
I know. I'll have to do something with that.
I won't. Yeah, that was a funny. Sam was. I think she'd eaten something that didn't agree with her because she was not well. But yes, sorry. I'm thinking about. Yeah, you're going to Spain and you're taking your detector.
Well, that's the plan, but the missus has already said she'll divorce me if I do.
Oh my God! Why am I behind this? I forgot.
Why do you look so leery, Adrian?
Because I haven't got any trousers on. I spilled Ribena, sugar-free.
Did you have the Soil Sisters initiation drink?
I tasted something, and it wasn't. It
wasn't a drink.
I think it was either sherry or port and WKD or something absolutely random. And I said, I'm not drinking that.
You look quite happy.
Thanks, Nicky.
I look quite happy. Yeah, I was, because they're lovely people. They're very nice. And follow them on Instabook and tubes and things.
So sisters.
But yeah, I'm a bit worried because Fraser on tonight, we've gone really quick.
Do you know what it must be time for? It's not time for that, but it is time for.
I thought Book Wars. Gareth's loft.
Gareth's not here tonight.
He is. He is.
Where? I've not
Well,
seen
he
it.
was. He's up there now, isn't he?
Right. Tonight's person in Gareth's parents' loft is a female. With Gareth is a female.
What age? Under 30?
I wouldn't like to say because, you can't
never
talk
ask
about
a female
ladies'
their
ages,
age.
can you? Wouldn't be nice.
Do they like drinking?
Yes.
Have they been on front cover of Treasure Hunting magazine?
I don't know.
Oh. Have they got hair?
Allegedly. Yes.
Join
in if you want, Fraser.
Do they use Bozine shampoo?
I don't. I'm not that type of stalker.
Oh. All people in the chat are answering. Digger Dawn, Dilek. Oh, that's a good one, Dilek. Nikki.
No.
Sam?
No.
And it's not Digger Dawn.
You haven't said Digger Dawn.
Digger Dawn?
Yes.
Hey! Well, someone said that. Derek
Yeah, but you
Sherman.
didn't say it.
Well,
You didn't say
I
it.
didn't.
And she drinks hand sanitizer.
She does drink hand sanitizer, Digger Dawn. Yeah. We won't go over that story because we said it about 10 times. But she does. She does, Fraser. Detectable 1 year. She drank a lot of hand sanitizer. But that's
When you put your drink down, Fraser, about these automatic hand sanitizer, and it's sort of noticing that you're putting it, and it's putting hand sanitizer on your hand, but it's actually going straight into your beer. And then you drink it and you put it down, and it recognizes it, puts some hand sanitizer in you.
Still alcohol.
These things happen. It was when me and Adrian actually picked her up from behind the toilet was the problem.
Oh gosh, yeah. We had to change her trousers and everything. Gareth's not in the chat, so he's probably up there with Dawn now, going through his encyclopedia. Oh, he is. Took her. Sorry, Fraser.
We won't read it out. Dave Parnham says, I know Fraser was sitting it a bit tonight, but he's absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, you have, mate. Well done. I mean, you shouldn't worry because you're a nice guy, and
I'm
lot
sitting
of
on a commode, so it's been fine.
So you haven't got trousers on. Brilliant ambassador from Mac. Look, from the man himself. Oh, look, we should screenshot that. I saw Jules last night, actually, and Lisa, and Jules. I'll probably pop round tomorrow because I've got to get that shaft off you.
She's another one like Tony Kaywood with the Pernod, isn't she?
Who?
Lisa. Pernod in black.
Oh, Lisa. Have you ever been to the Boxted dig? Fraser? Boxted? Kimbo Rally?
Yeah. Was that Kim?
Yeah.
Someone?
We went 1 year and Lisa, there was some homemade cider. It was about 8.5%. And Lisa only had about 3 or 4 pints of that, but she was very merry. And that was if Jules remembers, his shaft's ready for me.
Nick Berry's in the chat. Loved your work in EastEnders.
Has he Vaselined it up for you?
Yes, can you? Yeah, oil it up, please, Jules, and I'll come round and pick it when Lisa's not there because it's easier. Me and Nick Berry in the Indian on Saturday night. We're doing some magic tricks, and I'll do them with you at Detectable Dave because he's it's really good. Honestly,
really
like
a really dodgy chat up line.
What's that in the background? What on earth is... Oh. I shouldn't... Oh, Fraser.
Was the face because of the effort he
No.
was putting into the massage?
He had a permanent face like that. And I said to my wife, he is strange. And I said, and then my wife said, he may have had a stroke. So I felt bad because he may be like
What did he stroke?
He might have had a stroke. Not there and then, but it might be like, or
He
Bell's palsy. But yeah, it was, it was lovely.
Did he stroke
Sorry.
his shaft?
That's what I was going to say. What was he trying to stroke?
He just kept massaging me. And then everyone ordered their food. And I ordered a chicken danzak with mushroom rice. He went, oh, real man's food and stuff. It was really bizarre. It was very, very strange. I saw chairman of NCMD, Alan Tamblin. I saw at one point he was eating. He just looked over me like that. It's just like, oh, this is concerning. But I got out there quick and I was safe.
There is no chairman of the NCMD. Moving on.
Oh,
Adrian,
no.
It's time for... Adrian, Gareth Howard has said she insisted on singing a lovely rendition of Neil Diamond, but I told her to keep it down as Mum was watching the reruns of Hetty Wainthropp Investigates.
Well, she's obviously filled that puzzle book up then that she was doing the other week. Gareth, are you going to Detector or Rodney Cook or anything?
Or anywhere.
James Brown tribute act will wait. James, I've won. They've said in the chat. Sorry, Fraser.
Did he do another one? The Pat Elvis tribute band.
The what?
Pat Elvis.
Pat Elvis. I've seen an Indian Elvis who was very good actually. Fraser, Legend, a Man. Have you got that book?
Nope.
Oh, you should. It's a good book. It's old, but it's a good book. And
available from all good book sales, including Greenlight Publishing and Detective Media. I'd guess.
And Amazon. Fraser, pick a number. David, you go first this time.
Oh, I'm up to 90, mate. 90 is my limit.
All right. I'm 200, Fraser. So you've got to pick a number for Dave and a number for me.
Oh, we going separate tonight. Seeing it's the final.
Mm.
Ooh.
So 57 and 174.
57.
Oh, sorry. It's 174 for me.
Yeah.
Well, not for me, Adrian. I only go up to 90.
Mine only goes up to 105. Sorry.
You said it went over. Right. Okay. Let's pick one number for both of us. Fraser.
0 to 100, and
0 to 90
for both of you.
With 57.
Yep.
I think you might win tonight, Adrian. I think you might win.
No, mine's pictures.
Mine is as well.
No, I'll go to 56 if that's all right.
Well, I've had to go to 56 because there's no words on 57.
Okay, so I'm terrible at picking numbers.
You do yours, David. No.
Right. Okay, so 50 finds from Cheshire, objects from the Portable Antiquities Scheme. This was compiled by the former I lost it tonight. FLO for Cheshire, the lovely Vanessa Oakton. So, the frame of this buckle is rectangular in shape with a single loop, thick edges and a recessed bar. The pin is missing. The upper face is decorated with a curved recess on either side of the notch for the pin. Each recess containing 7 raised triangles. The recesses would probably have been filled with gilding and possibly garnets, as is the case with a similar buckle from Michael Delver in Hampshire. Damage on one side of the frame suggests that the embellishments may have been deliberately removed. And if I just put on the big screen for a moment. That is the object. I hate green screen, Adrian. That is the object that we are discussing.
A buckle.
Very
Not a
pretty.
buckle.
A buckle. Very, very pretty. It's over to you, my friend.
The windows of the car steamed up. I didn't know what to do. She asked me if I could open... Oh,
Wrong book.
that was Mills and Boone. Sorry. Mindset. Sorry, I'm laughing about that. Mills and Boone. I don't know how that come into my head. In my early days, I used to go out detecting and hope that I would find something good. I would always then feel disappointed at the end of a long day's detecting when I had nothing to show for it. The high levels of anticipation were gradually eroded as the day wore on. One day, something good would come up, but the next 3 or 4 outings would produce nothing. This eventually produced a mindset where after an hour or so, I was expecting to find nothing, just so that I could complain about it and feel hard done by. Not another bit of blasted lead. Why can't I find something decent? I believed it was down to luck. Anyway, that's me. That's me. What he's saying. It's mindset and lead. That's exactly what I think. And I think a lot of people in the chat will say that. Stephen Brame in the car with Sam and Nikki. Yeah, I am writing a book about metal detecting. Anyway, that was...
So who tonight, advanced detecting, just put Adrian, or 50 Finds of Cheshire, just put Dave. We all know who the winner's going to be, but let's vote anyway for...
Book Wars.
Now, Fraser knows where it comes from, Book Wars. What do you think of the rendition?
At least there's no one doing a silly voice like they do on a specific radio station, which we won't mention.
I could just point out, Fraser, Knutsford Services is about 4 miles from my house. If you know, you know. Let's have a look in the comments and see who's winning so far. So we've got the soil system. Now we've got Adrian, Dave. 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 8, 3, 9, 3, 10, 3, 11, 3, 12, 3, 12, 4. Adrian wins. So the winner of the first ever Book Wars on the Big Detective Show is...
Me.
Show the book. Show the book.
Oh.
Advanced Detecting by the Norfolk Wolf. What was his real name? If Julian's still here, he'd know.
No, it's in here. Rupert Trumpton. No, it wasn't. I've forgotten his name.
Oddly, Adrian, before you came on the show when I was waiting for you,
I know his name.
I was watching on YouTube, Rude Guy, CSI Trumpton. Mint.
Trumpton, love that word. Norfolk Wolf, he's got some videos still on YouTube. Very old ones, but really good. But
John Lynn, says Julian. Told you didn't know.
Yeah. And they're on some of these videos on
Did anybody ever ask him what the time was?
No. John Lynn?
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
Oh.
See, Fraser, we bring it all back on this show. Mills and Boone, Perno, what's the time, Mr. Wolf?
Yeah, so that was a terrible dad joke.
Yeah, it is. This book is an old book, and not until you read it or buy it, you'll realise how brilliant it is. And those words I just said sum it up for me. It's like you get those days, negative days, you think, and I've learned through experience now, just go home. Because you're not in the right mindset. It's almost like going out with your mates to try and pull a bird when you're younger and you're just not up for it, and you might as well go home and sit with your mum and watch Emmerdale repeats or Crossroads in my day.
So that is the first round. First round of Book Wars. We will be having more coming up. The next round possibly will start next week, and we will discuss it between ourselves. See if we've got enough books.
I'll tell you what, this is available from Greenlight Publishing, as are loads of other metal detecting books. I'll give this away tonight. Not my one, because it's bit battered and got stains on it and stuff. So I'll give away a copy of Advanced Detecting tonight on the show. So if you carry on watching, just before the end, I'll come up with some bizarre question and someone can win it. Anyway.
Adrian says John was a lovely bloke. He did some of the line drawings in that book for him. An honour indeed.
Yeah. And I think what I love about that, it's neutral and he's not biased. Nowadays there's a lot of brand ambassadors for certain brands of metal detectors, and that is very neutral, and what he says is really amazing in there. So
we will discuss amongst ourselves the next set of books, which we've mentioned about folklore. We've mentioned about people who've been on the show, their books. We've talked about archaeological books and another round of metal detecting books. And then what we do every time we have a winner, Advanced Detecting will go all the way through to November, December, and we'll have a Champions League book wars in December. How's that sound, Adrian?
Got any books? Sorry, Dave.
Fraser, you got any books?
Metal detecting books, and not magazines.
Not Gareth Howard books.
No.
Yeah, well, not to hand. I think the only one I could quickly grab would be Finds Identified 2. What I've got here.
That one there.
I've got the.
But you've got quite a few metal detecting related books.
Oh yeah, I've got loads, but most of them are at the mum and dad's because whenever I get one, I give it to the
just
dad
like Gareth Howard's at his mum and dad.
Yeah, are they in the loft? Oh,
no, they're all in my dad's office. He claims all my books I get, and then I know where they are.
In Dad's office? Are they locked away in Dad's office?
No.
Dave,
what?
Spin the coil. This would be a good one.
Well, spin the coil in a minute. I did have something to ask. I'll have to think of it in a minute. Oh, we had another question about prize draws. In 5 weeks' time, it is the grand 150th episode of the Big Detecting Show. Yes, 150. 150 episodes. Goes all the way back to number 1, which was a podcast. And nobody listened to it. And then we evolved to just something a little different. And then here we are today. So 150th episode in 5 weeks. We are looking at doing some form of prize draw. However, it will be a little bit different to the one that we've done in the past, where it will be for you, the show regulars. It won't be just for people who are signing up for the Big Detecting Show newsletter, simply to gain access to the prize draws to get free prizes and moan like shit at me for months on end because it hasn't come. This will be a live draw, won't it, Adrian? Which we'll come up with some way of doing it, and everyone can be included who is watching that night. Watchers get 7 million viewers that night, Adrian, from Guatemala and stuff as well.
Yeah, that'd be quite interesting. We'd deliver them personally.
Gareth says he lets his dad have a good browse over them on weekends and bank holidays. It's good to share.
Yeah, it is good to share. Anyway, Fraser,
have you ever heard of, and if you haven't, why, Spin the Coil?
It's not like Spin the Bottle. Not tonight, anyway.
I was going to say, spin the bottle, 3 blokes. No.
Unless you want it to be.
Dave, you got the biscuit?
I've got the biscuit. Here's the biscuit.
Here's the biscuit.
Spin the coil.
Right.
Adrian, explain to our guest what Spin the Coil is.
Right, Fraser, all you need to do is on there are some random questions, maybe metal detecting related, maybe not.
Some even spelled correctly.
All you need to do is touch the spin button to spin the wheel.
So touch the spin button, please.
Right, there we go. Somewhere there.
Well done. Virtual technology we've got.
It's one of them questions that you've created, Adrian, that I've got no idea what it means.
So, what would you rather do if you had like a really nice new permission that looked really good, and the first signal was like a lovely hammered, and your housing manager says, "Fraser, dinner's ready," on text? Would you carry on detecting, or would you go home for dinner? And you can't
Carry
get
on.
McDonald's later.
Good get
You
out.
can't
Good
shut.
get out.
Carry on detecting. Just your phone would be in the truck. Just ignore it.
Right.
What if
good.
it was like a
Pocket,
really,
I'd
really
left
nice
it in the
roast
truck.
dinner?
No, I could
What
cook
if
it
it was like a
myself.
mung bean curry with mash?
Yeah, I'd still carry on detecting.
What about if there was like a really nice trifle for afters?
What is this, the 1980s with a trifle?
Big detective show. We're stuck in the past.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Somebody said something then, and I wanted to. Where was it? Oh, Soil Sisters lowering the tone again.
No, she's not.
Can you touch the middle button again, please, Fraser?
There you go, somewhere that
Thank
way.
you.
I love this touch technology. Oh, I think we've answered that one. He hasn't got any. I mean, he enjoys detecting on his own or with his dad. And again, if you want to press the button.
I know where the camera is.
You have to give it a hard one this time. There you are.
Yeah.
Adrian, he's still pressing the button.
Oh, this is a good one because you live in Norfolk. You must have had some funny things like men chasing you or badgers like on your back or something.
Why would I have a badger on my back?
He obviously doesn't watch the show.
I actually do, but no. But
he hasn't read that part of the show.
Have you never been chased by a badger or had a man sort of staring at you for like 3 hours in the field with like a pair of shorts on or anything like that?
Yeah, but you're in the middle of a field. But they're not going to come across a ploughed field after you, are they? Well,
they have
depending
me,
on what they're like. But
many a time I've been chased.
They have needs. So do the men.
Have you ever you've never felt or heard or anything when you dug up a find?
No.
You've never had a scary experience where you've been out and about and you thought, "Ooh, that frightened me." Press the button again, Fraser.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
No, nothing.
Adrian, failure.
Oh.
Adrian, you ask the questions I can't say.
How long until you sort your finds?
As I find them.
No, like your pouch. When you ejaculate your pouch in the kitchen on the sink or whatever, how long till you sort of put them away or whatever?
Oh, there's some on top of the microwave. I've been there for a couple of years.
And Mrs. Bailey keeps telling him such.
Yeah. No, that's so it's random. It's random. Yeah. Sorry.
Press the button.
One more. Oh, this is a good question. Encountered green waste. Have you encountered green waste?
So good, he forgot to ask it.
Several times.
Have you found it increasing or sort of over the years or?
Ruined one of my best fields, so I don't go on there anymore because literally every swing you get a computer chip or a bit of IKEA furniture or all that rubbish. I've been on rallies when they've said, "Oh no, there's no green waste," and you walk on a field and then you turn around and walk away.
Yeah.
And then get swore at a lot for saying, "Well, that field's got green waste done."
Adrian, Gareth Howard's just broke me again.
Yeah, I try not to read them because it's.
He
rude
had a
to
man
others.
stare at me for solid 20 minutes at a sexy show in Amsterdam once. Then I realised I was sat in someone's living room. And we'll ask Fraser to press the button one more time.
It does. It's ruined one of the fields I've got.
Oh,
And
you pressed it too hard that time.
Oh, you told me to press it hard.
oh yeah.
None.
What pin? Sorry. What pinpointer do you use, Fraser?
None.
You don't use a pinpointer.
Nope, and never have.
No, and you don't need to. You don't need
No.
to. You don't need to.
Why? Oh crap! I'm not in your screen thing anymore. Why spend over £1,000 on a metal detector to then spend 100 odd quid on a mini metal detector? Use your proper metal detector.
You are digging compost and sand, so unlike in Essex, we've got clay everywhere. So
yeah. But even when I've been on rallies when it's been clay, still don't. I don't see the point. Brilliant if you need one, but as soon as you learn how to use your metal detector, you don't need a pinpointer. You've got a pinpointer in your hand in the first place.
I need 5 pinpointers.
Tape them all up and put them on a big bamboo cane, and you can walk around. But yeah, it's funny because sometimes.
Do you remember the gentleman at Detectival with the bamboo cane with his dais on?
Yeah, and also the man with the goat's foot or monkjack foot that he used as a back scratcher. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, very strange. Nice man. No, you're right, because it's almost like part of your arsenal when you go out detecting, but occasionally I'll forget it and I have a fine day detecting. I think it's just one of them things. I'm trying to think what it's like. It's like, I'm trying to think something for a car that you don't really need. But
CD player.
Indicators if you drive a BMW.
Sorry?
Indicators
on a BMW.
Oh, yeah.
When you've got in your 1990s Ford Fiesta XR3i and you forgot to get the front off your CD player and bring it with you.
Yeah, I remember that. Front facial room. I've got that in my 4x4 facial.
And it comes in a little plastic case you could put it in.
Yeah, I've got that of mine. But yeah, it's funny pinpointers. I don't know.
Do you know I can't not use a pinpointer. I get so frustrated not being able to find something when I'm using a detector. Because let's face it, I'm not the world's greatest detectorist. So to me, it's like the first time I ever used a pinpointer, it was like, ah.
Yeah, I think with the dais and a lot of machines now, they pick up like a 177 pellet or half of a 177 pellet, and it can be tricky to find. But then part of the time, I think, well, if I can't find it in my hand, it's not going to be. It's going to be.
It also, in my case, it's good to have it because otherwise Shane starts seeing his arse with me because I keep trying to get him to come over and find it for me.
No.
So it's best for me to have a pinpointer or a bit of working pinpointer because I keep asking Shane to bring his working pinpointer across if mine isn't. So it's good for me to have a pinpointer.
Yeah.
No, I tried one, but I found by the time I actually pulled it out, turned it on, stuck it in the hole, just grab a handful of mud and you got it in your hand 9 times out of 10 and just sweep over the coil and jobs are good and carry on.
I still like dig a door car in for a valet, didn't she, Dave? and the guy came out and he said, "We've found this." And she went, "Yeah, it's my pinpoint." And he went, "Oh, is that what you call it?" But
Soil Sister said she loves getting the probe dirty, the hole, and finding the right spot. Who doesn't?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Fraser can without a pinpointer. Is your wife watching, Fraser?
For no.
Yeah. Has anyone got any questions they want to ask Fraser? Because we've already those who
apart from the Soil Sisters.
He found this, which is an amazing find, and even more amazing that eventually they've discovered it was plastic. So no, it's not
been
plastic.
melted down now, and recycled.
Yeah. He's 3D printed it, but he's also found over 200 hammers last year. So if anyone's got any questions, if they want to ask Fraser,
What is your oldest hammered? That's a good question, Adrian.
Yeah, it's a good question. Who asked that?
That was me.
Oh,
How far back are we going? As
What's
in
your oldest
silver-
hammered?
Well, what are you classing as hammered?
Oh, okay.
silver hammered.
Edward the Elder. Yeah, Edward the Elder, I think, off the top of my head. So
You see, mine I'd have to say Edward the Scissorhands or something there because I haven't got one of them.
unless you, like I say, unless you count the skeets and Celtic coins, because obviously
No, we're not talking about them. We're not mentioning them.
No, we haven't even gone there on those.
Yes,
Fraser, we've got bucket list. What's your bucket list stuff? We've had them all,
Alfred
haven't
the
we?
Great Penny.
Oh, what?
Alfred the Great Penny. Never going to find one, but I can always dream.
That
Top
I
that.
am a direct descendant of that gentleman. There you go. Our lineage points directly to him. And just down a little bit directly from him, you will also find that lady who rides around on a horse naked, not Digger Dawn.
Interesting. Fraser, do you use tones or numbers on your machine?
Tones. Never go for numbers. Or
No.
try not to, unless
It-
the field is full of waste, and then I will just stop digging so much crap. But 9 times out of 10, always tones.
It's funny because you said numbers earlier when you said you found your plastic Rubik's Cube thing, kind of. But you have to say that to describe it to someone, because otherwise you can go, bong, 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 you know, or give it the tone. You can't really do that. It's like the Nigerian or whatever African people talk. So it's always better to give a number. You do look at the number though, don't you? Eventually, but the initial is the tone.
9
Gareth
times out of 10, you dig before you even look at the tone. But if you're on a field covered with rubbish, and you just happen to look, and then 9 times out of 10, every time you get similar sound, you always look and think, yeah, it's probably the same. So you just get a rough idea of what it is to whether or not you dig it or not.
Gareth Howard, what are your thoughts on beach detecting? Now, you've got a few beaches near you, haven't you? Like within a drive.
I haven't done it since I was in middle school. And that was Dunwich Beach with my dad, and used to get hammered coins off of there. But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
As everyone now converges on Dunwich Beach.
I was just about, Norfolk. Now, but we'll quickly get through these. What's your largest permission in acres?
Scissor Sisters are now allowed to ask questions.
500 or 600?
Okay, so, yeah.
Nothing.
Nice size.
Yeah.
Do
nothing.
you enjoy a nice relaxing poo after detecting?
No, I do that before I go. First thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Never
Come on,
body
Will.
cut short in
Think
the middle
ahead.
of the field.
No.
Have you found any hoards?
No, not yet. Always hope, but not yet.
Yeah.
And we'll
It's
wait
funny,
for one final question, which was going to be from the Sister Sisters. They are just
Right.
they are just writing one down now. Where are you in the UK, Fraser? Asked John Clayton.
Scotland.
Can you not tell by the accent?
Norfolk. Suffolk, aren't you? Both border.
Yeah, right on the border.
Do you have to Google that because I'm never sure with them counties where they are. Do you like marzipan?
Yeah.
If you were just to stay out, what detector would you buy? Just starting out, what detector would you buy?
Good question.
For value wise, probably a Legend. If I depend on budget. Legends are brilliant for what they cost. Brand doesn't mean anything as long as it does what you want it to do. It doesn't doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree with that totally.
It all depends where you detect and what your budget is. You could go spend 1,800 quid on the new Manticore, and it might be the best thing since sliced bread, but there's so many other cheaper detectors that'll do the same job.
For me, it would be the best thing from sliced bread, but I'd never know how to use it.
Yeah, I think Fraser's 100% right. If you look back at
the best brand, there isn't the best detector. It all depends where you detect and what your budget is.
I think you should go out the mini horde next time, and you'll probably get about 10 hammers.
or a mini horde.
Yeah, or a mini horde.
I can take my daughter's one out, but it won't pick up gems.
Won't it?
And our final question, and she hasn't let us down. The Scissor Sisters ask, do you prefer hard or moist? Ground, I'll take it. Ground. I'm going to go with ground.
I'll say moist, just because.
Oh, yes, she has. She has said groin. Ground. She may have said groined. We just don't know.
We'll just go.
Well, Fraser. Sorry, go on.
Fraser.
I know. I'm crap with names.
Come on, David.
Fraser. Fucking hell. Fraser. Fraser, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. How's it been for you?
Thank you for inviting me on.
How's it been for you? Because you were a bit, weren't
not
you?
Too bad.
It's just like going down the pub with your mates, isn't it? Really.
Apart from, obviously, we're not your mates, and you probably never have a drink. Oh.
He lives down my way, Dave. He lives right in my bit.
That's why we'll never be mates.
No,
that's been good fun. That wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
And your commode hopefully isn't full, so good times.
And you're welcome back anytime, Fraser.
Fraser, yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome back anytime, Fraser.
And if you want to read more about what Fraser found, and it isn't plastic, get this month's treasure hunting because it's a cracking find. And
if you don't want to read what Fraser found, buy it anyway.
Yeah, because there's other things to read.
Yeah, there is actually.
Allegedly, there's a shovel review.
Yeah, I don't know who wrote that, but
I think it was some. Oh, look at that!
Harder than Ari.
Yeah, how brilliant would that? I don't know what I'd do around that, but yeah. Anyway, it's nearly bedtime. Fraser, mate, we'll catch up soon. I'm looking forward to seeing you this year, and I'll give you a shout. And you've got to come down my way. You won't find anything, but
you bet he finds we'll find the horde that day.
Oh yeah, that's good pubs. Thanks,
we
Fraser.
will be back next week, same time, same place as ever, Thursday night. We are currently organising our next set of guests. Now, we do have a guest coming up. He's not set a date with us as yet, but Adrian sort of chin dropped to the floor when I told him who it was, didn't you, Adrian? Pretty big. He's got more social media followers than I have ever spoke to anybody. And I'm not talking like David Beckham type social media followers, but we're talking in the hundreds of thousands. Very interesting guest coming up in a couple of weeks. We're just waiting for him to set a date, but one not to be missed, that isn't it, mate?
Oh yeah. Some people have met him who've been on a certain rally.
Don't give any more away. It's a secret. In fact, I'll actually try and organise it for the 150th episode.
Yeah, you could. Sorry, there's a noise outside. They've closed my road and they're doing road servicing, and I thought it was my brain. Sorry.
It always happens at this time of night on a Thursday night, Adrian.
Well, we could have him on the 150th episode, or because he's very famous, he might have to do TV or something. So we could have certain people on and do a mix show like we did
Certainly.
at Christmas. Yeah.
Certainly. Fraser, it's been a pleasure, as we say. And as I say, give us a shout if you ever want to come back on the show. And if you find anything else that's amazing or dandy, don't tell me about it because I'm too jealous and I won't be able to cope. We will see you all the same time, same place next week. Tatty bye.
Night, everyone. Cheers.